You might have started to notice things aren't quite what they used to be. Maybe the spark just isn't there like it once was. Or perhaps the ability to, well, perform feels like it's fading away. It's a frustrating, sometimes even isolating feeling for many men as they get a bit older. It can chip away at your confidence, affect how you see yourself, and even put a strain on important relationships. You might wonder if this is just how it is now, an inevitable part of getting older that you just have to accept. The tough truth is, it's a common experience, one that affects far more men than you might realize. But it doesn't have to be the end of the story. The common belief is that it's simply down to age. And while age does play a role, it's often not the whole picture. There are deeper reasons why performance can decline, and understanding them is the first step towards making real changes. There's a kind of secret many men don't talk about. Not because it's hidden, but because we often don't look for the simple, underlying causes. In this video, we're going to gently uncover those reasons and, more importantly, look at practical, achievable steps you can start taking today that can make a world of difference. We'll explore some simple habits and understandings that can help reignite that feeling of confidence and capability. So stick with me right to the end, because I'm going to share something that might just surprise you and could change everything. So, let's talk about what's really going on. When it comes to men's performance as we age, one of the biggest players, the absolute foundation of things working properly, is blood flow. Think of it like plumbing. For everything to function as it should, you need good circulation, blood getting where it needs to go freely and easily. As we get older, our blood vessels can become a bit less flexible, maybe even get a bit clogged up with plaque over time, a process called atherosclerosis. This isn't just about performance, it's about heart health, brain health, and overall vitality. But specifically, when blood flow to a certain crucial area is restricted, it makes it much harder for the necessary physical response to happen. It's a purely physical challenge that can be deeply frustrating. The good news is, you have more control over your blood flow and cardiovascular health than you might think. And it doesn't require running a marathon or living on celery sticks. One of the most powerful, yet simple, ways to improve blood flow is through gentle, consistent movement. We're not talking about becoming an athlete overnight. We're talking about things like a brisk walk around the block, spending time in the garden, maybe trying some gentle swimming if that's accessible to you. The key here is regularity. Even 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week can start to make a significant difference. When you move your body, your heart pumps faster, circulating blood more efficiently, and over time, it helps keep your blood vessels healthier and more pliable. It's like giving your internal plumbing a regular clean out and tune-up. Think about it. You might spend a lot of time sitting, which is easy and comfortable, but it's not doing your circulation any favors. Making a conscious effort to get up and move around, even for short bursts, throughout the day adds up. Maybe you park a little further away at the shop, or take the stairs instead of the lift, or just make a point of walking around the house or garden every hour. These small actions accumulate. They signal to your body that you're active, encouraging better blood vessel function, and the benefits cascade. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients getting to all your organs, including the ones important for performance. It can also help manage blood pressure and cholesterol. Two other factors that impact blood vessel health. Don't underestimate the power of a simple walk. It's accessible, it's free, and you can do it almost anywhere. Find a route you enjoy. Maybe listen to a podcast or some music, or walk with a friend or partner. Making it enjoyable makes it sustainable. And consistency is your best friend here. A little bit every day or most days is far better than one big burst of activity every now and then, over weeks and months. This consistent movement starts to build a stronger cardiovascular system, and that improved circulation directly impacts your ability to perform. It's a foundational step that supports everything else. It's not a quick fix, but it's a fundamental shift in your body's capability. Beyond just getting the blood moving, what you put into your body plays a huge role too. Think of food as the fuel and the building blocks for your entire system, including your circulatory system. Certain foods are particularly good at supporting healthy blood flow and overall vitality. We're talking about things that help keep your arteries clear and your blood pressure in a healthy range. Foods rich in nitrates, for example, like leafy green vegetables, spinach, kale, lettuce, and beetroot, can be really beneficial. Your body converts nitrates into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax and widen blood vessels, improving flow. Incorporating more of these into your diet doesn't have to be complicated. Add spinach to a smoothie. Put some lettuce and beetroot on your sandwiches. Or make a simple salad. It's about making small, sustainable changes. Another key element is healthy fats. We've been told to avoid fat for years, but certain fats are essential. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in oily fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in flax seeds and walnuts, are brilliant for reducing inflammation and supporting cardiovascular health. Swapping out some saturated and trans fats found in fried foods, processed snacks, and fatty meats for these healthy fats can make a real difference to your blood vessels over time. Think about nuts and seeds too. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, they're packed with nutrients, healthy fats, and fiber, all of which support heart health and good circulation. A handful of nuts as a snack. Adding seeds to your porridge or yogurt. It's simple stuff, but effective. And don't forget the power of antioxidants. These are compounds found in brightly colored fruits and vegetables, berries, oranges, broccoli, bell peppers that help protect your cells, including the cells lining your blood vessels, from damage. The more vibrant the color on your plate, the more antioxidants you're likely getting. It's not about eliminating everything you enjoy, but about tilting the balance towards foods that nourish your body and support that vital blood flow. Hydration is also surprisingly important. Being even slightly dehydrated can affect blood volume and flow. Making sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day keeps your blood moving smoothly. It sounds basic, but it's fundamental. Aim for plain water most of the time, rather than sugary drinks or excessive caffeine, which can have the opposite effect. So, combining regular, gentle movement with a diet focused on whole, nutrient-dense foods, particularly those that support cardiovascular health, creates a powerful synergy. It lays the physical groundwork, improving blood flow and overall vitality, which is absolutely essential for addressing performance issues as we age. This focus on circulation and physical health is the first major piece of the puzzle, setting the stage for the next important factors we need to consider. Now that we've talked about getting the blood flowing and fueling your body right, let's turn our attention to some other significant factors that can really impact performance as we get older. These often get less attention, but are just as crucial. One big one is hormones, particularly testosterone. Testosterone levels naturally decline gradually as men age, which is a normal process. However, sometimes levels can be lower than optimal. And this can affect not just performance, but also energy levels, mood, and muscle mass. While you shouldn't jump to conclusions or consider hormone replacement therapy without talking to a doctor, there are lifestyle factors that can help support healthy hormone balance. One of the most impactful is sleep. You might think sleep is just about resting your mind and body, but it's a vital time for repair, recovery, and hormone production, including testosterone. Many older adults struggle with sleep, falling asleep, staying asleep, or getting quality rest. This chronic sleep deprivation can disrupt your hormone production and throw things out of balance, making performance issues worse. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is the goal, though it can feel challenging. Improving your sleep hygiene can make a big difference. This means having a regular sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up around the same time each day. Even on weekends, create a relaxing bedtime routine. Maybe read a book, Listen to calm music, or take a warm bath. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for sleep dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, TV in the hour or two before bed, as the blue light can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Also, be mindful of caffeine and alcohol, especially in the evening, as they can disrupt sleep patterns. If you're struggling with sleep, it's worth discussing with your doctor, as there might be underlying issues, but implementing these simple habits consistently can significantly improve your sleep quality and, in turn, support healthier hormone levels and overall vitality. Think of sleep as non-negotiable maintenance for your body and mind. Skimping on it has wide-ranging negative effects. Another huge piece of the puzzle, and one that affects almost everyone, is stress. We all experience stress, but chronic stress, the kind that hangs around day after day, is a silent killer, and it's particularly detrimental to men's performance. When you're stressed, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol. In the short term, this is helpful, but constantly elevated cortisol levels can wreak havoc. They can suppress testosterone production, impair blood flow by constricting blood vessels, and generally dampen your mood and desire. Stress can come from anywhere. Worries about finances, family, health issues, or just the pace of modern life. Learning to manage stress isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for your health and well-being, including your performance. Again, this is about finding simple, regular practices that work for you. Simple stress reduction techniques can be incredibly effective. Deep breathing exercises, for instance, can calm your nervous system almost instantly. Just a few minutes of slow, deep breaths can make a difference. Mindfulness or meditation, even for 5-10 minutes a day, can help you manage racing thoughts and feel more present. Spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies you enjoy, listening to music, or connecting with friends and loved ones are all powerful stress relievers. It's about finding ways to regularly switch off your stress response and give your body and mind a break. For some men, talking about their worries, either with a trusted friend, partner, or even a therapist, can be hugely beneficial. Holding stress inside just lets it build up. Recognizing your stressors and having a few tools to cope with them gives you back a sense of control and reduces that harmful impact on your hormones and circulation. And speaking of the mind, the psychological aspect of performance can't be ignored. Worrying about performance itself can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The anxiety about whether things will work can actually interfere with the body's natural response, creating a frustrating cycle. This is where managing stress and focusing on overall well-being becomes even more important. Sometimes, the pressure we put on ourselves is the biggest barrier. Shifting the focus from performance as a past fail test to connecting with your partner, expressing intimacy, and enjoying closeness without that intense pressure can take a huge weight off. Open communication with a partner about how you're feeling and what you're experiencing can also be incredibly helpful. You're a team, and facing this together can strengthen your bond rather than strain it. So, addressing things like sleep quality, managing stress effectively, and paying attention to the psychological pressures are vital parts of the picture. Working alongside the physical improvements from movement and nutrition, it's this combination of factors that really unlocks the potential for change. So, we've talked about getting the blood moving with simple steps like walking and eating foods that support your heart and blood vessels. We've explored how crucial quality sleep is for hormone balance and repair, and how managing stress is key to stopping those harmful stress hormones from interfering with everything. We've touched on how the pressure you put on yourself can also be a significant factor. It might seem like a lot to take in. But here's the really encouraging part. The part that might surprise you. The secret I mentioned at the beginning. You don't need drastic measures or complicated medical procedures to start seeing improvements. The power lies in consistency with these simple, foundational habits. The cumulative effect of consistently incorporating even just a couple of these things into your daily or weekly routine is where the magic happens. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Think about it. A daily walk might not seem like a miracle cure on its own, but when you combine it with choosing more nutrient-dense foods, getting better sleep, and finding ways to genuinely relax and de-stress, the impact on your overall health, your vitality, and your ability to perform can be profound. It's like tuning up an engine from multiple angles. Each adjustment helps, and together, they make the whole machine run much more smoothly and powerfully. Many men feel embarrassed or resigned about these issues, thinking it's just an inevitable decline. But the truth is, your body is incredibly resilient and responds positively to being supported and cared for. You have more agency, more control over this than you might have believed. The surprise is how simple the path forward can be, and how effective these lifestyle changes are when applied consistently. It's not about chasing some unrealistic ideal of youth, but about optimizing your health and well-being at your age, allowing you to live more fully and enjoy all aspects of life, including intimacy. Taking small, consistent steps is key. Don't try to change everything at once. Maybe this week you focus on adding a 20-minute walk to your day. Once that feels like a habit. Next week you try to swap out a sugary drink for water each afternoon. The week after, you focus on getting to bed 30 minutes earlier. These small victories build confidence and momentum. And remember, this isn't just about physical performance. It's about feeling better overall, having more energy, feeling less stressed, sleeping more soundly, feeling more confident in your body. These benefits ripple out into all areas of your life. You deserve to feel good, to feel capable, and to enjoy connection and intimacy at any age. These simple habits are the pathway to reclaiming that sense of vitality and confidence. It's about taking care of yourself because you're worth it, and because it empowers you to live your best possible life. I really hope this has been helpful and given you some hope and practical steps to consider. These are topics that aren't always easy to talk about, but addressing them openly is the first step towards finding solutions. What are your thoughts on this? Have you tried any of these approaches? Do you have questions or experiences you'd like to share? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Sharing your journey might help someone else who is going through the same thing. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. It helps this information reach more men who could benefit from it. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. We cover all sorts of topics related to living a healthy, fulfilling life as we get older. And I'd love for you to join our community. Remember, age is just a number when it comes to feeling good and living fully. By focusing on these simple, foundational habits, you can absolutely improve your performance and your quality of life. Keep taking those steps, stay consistent, and live your best life at every age.